the Big 12, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the winners of 7 straight, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Texas A&M's offense will have the football first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Going to swing it on second down. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Trying to take it back. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Wildcats!
You always want to come out and set the tone as a defense. Get a stop, make a punt. How about this? Get the INT and take it back to the house. Way to set the tone for this defense early.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a second down. Looking to fire. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Behind the chains now on second and long. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. Now facing a third and long. He wants to throw it again. Pocket breaking down. He lobs one high down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So Kentucky's offense. Here's the handoff. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The run from the shotgun. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating it.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
He makes the stop, and a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves him in second and manageable. The give. Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the first down. Foundation of Aggie football built on toughness like that, running it like John David Crow back in the day.
And those Texas people are tough and rugged, and you know, they wear their great outfits that you love to watch. But these Aggies, I think they're at their best.
Nowhere to go, the ball's loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands out on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Now the play fake. Under fire. He'll pull it down and run. Got some room, headed to the goal line.
I really like how the quarterback was just able to turn the page that time, right? On first down, he got sacked. Now it's second, and it's long, and it's an obvious passing situation. A lot of guys would be worried they're going to get sacked again. Clock's going off. This guy was just poised. He saw a lane. He took off. And not only did he get a couple of yards, he picked up the first down. This guy needs to keep scrambling.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Rushes on him. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Aggie. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Give to the back. Into a massive giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Fakes to grab. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
And the Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. from the gun. They'll try the middle.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. The throw. It's complete to the right. He's finally shot down of bounds at the 23-yard line on a big pickup on that one. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Safe completion on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And this one is perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy from us.
Quarterback running on the draw. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Here's a heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Hey, we saw this QB on the last drive. He had some success, right? The defense does a much better job getting to him, irritating him, frustrating him, and then most importantly, being able to catch him. And usually that's by committee, right? Not one guy going to get him on the ground. Nice job by the defense.
Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Kentucky spelled and making the stop after a short gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle at Simmons. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Working on the right. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. quickly out to the tight end. He's pushed out of bounds at the 22. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards in there.
And it is a good idea to gain tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. Running back searching for a hole. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And he'll try to keep that smooth leg swing going for the second time today. This one from 34 yards out.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but they left some points off the scoreboard there.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wideout. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. They're working that left side. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
They get him on the ground, but that'll be enough to give Texas A&M a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Here's the pressure. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll run it from the gun. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he drops the throw. Makes the grab. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a third and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly deep downfield. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies!
A really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance. Excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Back has it. Target down the middle. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Sends it downfield. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. He goes out of bounds. No time remaining on the clock, and that'll do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first two quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Old Commonwealth Stadium and Kroger Field.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. Here he comes with the return. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this third quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if you're on offense, let's just stay out of our way and find out what happens here in the second half. We're not even giving ourselves a chance because we keep turning the football over. If we can do that, we've got a chance to come back in this game.
I think it's a crazy ourselves in the foot, right? Like, they didn't live well on that in the first half. Let's see if they can be a little bit more aggressive while still taking care of the football.
They go right back to him. Oh, he's got some space. There to stop him at the 43, but he gets 5 and moves the sticks. The Wildcats will line it up on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Fires on the move. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And he's wrapped up after a...
His hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Got his man. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's when he catch it, big fella.
They'll keep it on the ground, off right tackle. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by game tackling. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. He's getting plenty of work. 4th time we've seen this guy punt it today. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. But, man, you're starting to get now in the second half. And this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. They'll leave it with him. Powers through the defender. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Quick release on the RPO. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Here comes the heat. Takes a hit as he fires.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only 1st down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Finds his big tight end. Big fella fighting for every inch, but he will not get there, and it'll be 4th down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard. The lead now 7 here in the 3rd quarter.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll go to work, trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Sends it back in motion. Snap to the back. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're...
He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that. Flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
Finds a tight end. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt. He's got great speed. Powers through. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and get 6 points.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll give it to the back. Turning it on! Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Good work up front to get that 1st down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. Right back to the well. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the air on 2nd down. Finds his man in the middle. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Direct snap. Creates a little space. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were...
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback. And again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Makes the grab on the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. just led him a little too far across the sidelines. Couldn't make the catch in bounds. It's incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Fires to the big fella. He stopped right at the 22, and that'll bring us to 4th down.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Jumped on top of the pile. And the Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. Gives it on the option. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He'll throw it. Snagged out of the air.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Kentucky! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And a little bit extra pressure on this extra point, but it's good, and we're tied.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The give to the back. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense. Stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
They give it to him again. Nice move to keep running. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Let's see what he can do with it. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. The give out of the gun. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They feed him again. Got the first down and more. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. Got enough for the first down. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, the running back has it. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Breaks into the open. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. And the Wildcats kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. The running back has it. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in position to win.
They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Smashes it between the uprights. There's a lot of celebrating going on over there after taking the lead, but there is still time on the clock. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. And if you list the priorities here, Jesse, first thing, get your kicker into his comfort zone.
It's a balance here between being conservative and being aggressive. You know that a field goal obviously puts you in a position to win this game, but, David, I don't hate being aggressive here either.
No, I'm going to be aggressive. I'm not leaving it up to my kicker if I have a choice. I trust my offense. I make the plays I know I can make. I watch the clock, but I stay aggressive.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Trying to escape and get it himself. He saw just enough daylight to move the sticks and get it done with his legs. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Throws to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
He'll try to do it himself. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. You want to talk about